With 2024 behind us and 2025 in our future, let's look back at some of the best movies from last year. So here are my top 6 favorite movies of 2024. Keep in mind, these are just my personal picks for the year. Chances are your list is probably going to be completely different from mine. Now then, let's begin. Number 6. Deadpool and Wolverine. Without a doubt, the most fun I have had with a comic book movie in ages. Finally uniting Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman in an enjoyably crazy movie. Great comedy, great action, fun cameos. The only thing that isn't strong about it is the plot. It pretty much just does everything you'd expect to see with both of these characters. So it's definitely a fan service movie, but you know what? Who cares? It's a good fan service movie. It does its job well and it delivers everything you want to see from a film like this. Overall, a good time. Number 5. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Not only is it the best movie of what's now a trilogy, it's one of the best movies of the year. It's tons of fun with great action and great comedy, but there's also a lot of heart to it as well. They really did Shadow the Hedgehog justice. Not even just getting his backstory right, but he's voiced brilliantly by Keanu Reeves.
Why don't you stop throwing cars at us for a second and come down here to talk?
You jumped out of a gun helicopter. There's nothing to talk about.
Not to mention, you've also got Jim Carrey playing 2 characters at the same time for double the wackiness. Overall, it's the Sonic the Hedgehog movie we've all been waiting for. Number 4. Transformers 1. Like a lot of people, when I saw the trailer for this movie, I thought it was gonna suck. It just made the movie look like a very generic kids film. Nothing to see here. But then when I actually watched the movie, it turned out to be shockingly good. Not even just having great characters and a simple but very well done story, it was also a good cinema experience. I loved how this movie started off as a simple adventure movie, but by the end, much like its characters, and for lack of a better word, it had transformed into something else. The end result is a movie that stays true to Transformers whilst also doing something new with it at the same time. So if you're a Transformers fan, this is an absolute must-see. Number 3. Dune Part 2. The best theatrical experience of the year. Bringing Frank Herbert's work to life was no easy feat, but Denis Villeneuve pulled it off beautifully. Epic, intense, surreal, philosophical, and spiritual, Dune Part 2 is easily one of this year's best movies. Number 2. Memoir of a Snail. I have to admit, this one really surprised me. Let me tell you what it is. It is a stop-motion adult animated movie from Australia. It's about a woman who retells her life story to the audience. And what follows is a life-affirming tale about loneliness, tragedy, but also hope. Life is gonna be cruel and unfair to you, but you pick yourself up and you keep going. Because there is always the chance that it will eventually get better. It's funny, sad, heartbreaking, relatable, and one of this year's best movies. Check it out when you have the chance. And my number 1 favorite movie of the year is Inside Out 2. Nearly 9 years of waiting for the sequel to the first movie, and what do we get? A movie that's just as good as the first one. It gracefully continues the story from the first movie with its characters and its world. It's creative, it's funny, and as somebody who's on the autism spectrum disorder, they got my emotion anxiety right. And it was especially worth it for the ending. I won't spoil it for you, but it is one of the best moments ever created for film. Fun and thought-provoking, it's my top pick for the best movie of the year. And there you have it, my favorite movies of 2024. I hope you all enjoyed it, and what were your favorite movies this year? Please leave a comment below to let me know, and for now, see ya.